Hi everyone! So it's been a while since I've made a video. The reasoning for that is because I've actually been on mid-tour where I was basically home for an entire month with my family and my friends, so I was spending some well-deserved time off of my tour in Korea with my family and friends back home. However, I'm back in Korea, and so I decided to make a few more videos for you guys of some topics of being a personalist that I think are important. So for this video, it's going to be about short tours and follow-ons. So as a short tour, it's usually about 12 to 15 months. So that could be anywhere from in Korea where we have Osan or we have Kunsan. You can go to Sudabay in Greece, you can go to Turkey, you can go to Greenland, you can go to Lodges, Portugal. There's so many different places where there is a short tour, but then there isn't, but there is. It always depends on everyone's situations of how everything goes, but those are the normal short tours that usually when people PCS out of Korea, if they are going on another short tour, that's usually where they get sent. So in Korea, we have a rule saying you can take a mid-tour, which means you can only have 30 days off the peninsula, which I just recently took. You have to make sure you have at least enough leave. If not, you'll have to discuss with your chain of command and your supervisors, making sure you're allowed to and all that. I'm not sure how it is, say with Sudabay in Greece or in Portugal for lodges. I don't know if they have the same thing as you can only take 30 days off station or what exactly it is. It should be something like that just because it is a short tour. If you're doing a long tour, let's say in Japan, which would be unaccompanied for 2 years at a minimum, then you can take how many days you want off of the peninsula or the island of Japan. You just have to make sure you have that leave, and you have to discuss with your chain of command, making sure they can afford of you leaving for so long. Also, with the short tour, you also get this thing called a follow-on. So the reason why a lot of people like to do their short tours or get a short tour over with, because you will always do a short tour at some point in the time of your Air Force career, which for me, this is my first base, so I've already got my short tour out of the way. I also have a follow-on, which means I'm going to Lackland actually after this, so if you're in Lackland in the time of super late August, I'll see you all there. Um, people people come to Korea to get a follow-on. Say if you were at like Minot or something and you don't want to be at Minot, which is in North Dakota, super north of North Dakota, which I know a lot of people like don't want. Say if you're at Minot and you're like, oh, I don't like this, you go to Korea, do an unaccompanied dependent restricted for 1 year, and then say your follow-on is Germany. That's what people usually want. People want to get that follow on after, because usually if you get overseas, you most likely stay overseas. However, that also depends on everyone's case, which it is different. I know people have said if you're unaccompanied, single, you have no dependents, or you're not married, it's much easier to get overseas. That is true in the remarks kind of the Air Force, because it will be easier to move you. You don't have anyone to accompany you. It's cheaper for the Air Force and all that. But like I said, I've known a sergeant who has been in Germany for 7 years. He came here for his 1 year, and he's going straight back to Germany to go see his family, because that's where he's been stationed for the past 7 years of his life. Also, when you do go overseas, when you do get a short tour and then you get the follow on afterwards, there's this thing called sorry everyone. It's called DEROS, or Date Eligible Return from Overseas. DEROS plays the biggest role ever in, like, if you're overseas, depending on where you are and if you want to get overseas and stay overseas, DEROS plays the biggest part. If you want me to explain DEROS and how to get overseas and how to stay overseas, I can definitely make a different video about this. I feel like in this video, since it's not exactly titled that and it's just a short tour follow-on video, I can definitely make another video if you guys want me to. Other than that, it's not an overly long video. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. You're welcome to ask anything. I can definitely help you out if you would like to be a personalist or are thinking about going into the admin world or even the Air Force in general. I love to help anyone and all of you guys. Thanks so much for any of the support. Follow me on Snapchat. I'll leave my name below in the comments or the description. And so, thanks everyone.